Hello, welcome. This is episode 29 of So Well Spoken. Thanks again to Black Ace for the theme song. You can find him on Twitter at DJAce88. What's happened with us in the past 2 weeks?
I'm Angelus.
I'm here with Angelus.
Hello.
And Slaven.
What's up?
So in the past couple of days, I think it was like yesterday, our iTunes feature is gone. So we're not featured on iTunes at the moment anymore.
Damn.
We got replaced by college basketball.
Obvious reasons.
Through the iTunes feature, running the show's Twitter account actually communicated with a lot of other podcasts, which was really cool. Like some podcasts I hadn't even heard before that I've started listening to since, like Girl and Black Astronauts. There was a new one that just started called The Black Table. And then I went on like a binge listening thing of these other podcasts, and it helped me realize that we talk about a lot of the same shit. I'll probably edit this out. I just wanted to tell you guys. Like everyone fucking talks about Kanye.
Yeah.
Like, everyone talks about Beyonce.
Yep.
Since we've been gone, the Pope is on Instagram now.
That's what's up.
I can't believe he keeps fooling people.
What do you mean fooling people?
He comes out like, he comes out and says something, progressive, and they say, oh, he's the hip new Pope. Week later, they say some fucked up shit, and makes you reminded that he's still part of the Vatican.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Has he got caught up in the pedophile stuff yet?
I don't think he's done anything, but I think he's made a statement on it. Like they want to basically try to look into it. And it's just like, yeah, you guys have been saying that shit forever.
Yeah. Mark Ruffalo's on the case. He's woke as fuck. You ever read some of the stuff he writes?
Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah. He's woke as fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I guess he has to balance out Anthony Mackie.
Maybe that's why Marvel hired him. That motherfucker is kind of crazy. We need somebody to balance this. Let's get Mark Ruffalo on this bitch.
Are either of you familiar with Fully Raw Christina?
This sounds very familiar.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking with that name.
Nah.
It's not what you think.
I'm not thinking what you think I'm thinking, but it sounds really familiar.
What are you thinking?
It's Christina with like a K, right?
Yeah, it's with the K.
I don't know, like, why does that sound fucking familiar?
I was going to share a video with you guys.
Maybe it's like something, a Twitter thing. Vegan lifestyle. That's why I've seen like YouTube videos of her.
My girlfriend showed me this video because she brought it up casually in a conversation like it wasn't fucking crazy. She's like, oh yeah, this girl has a video about how she went to a fully raw diet, and then her eyes changed color and blah, blah. Oh, wait, you're going to have to stop. And you're going to have to explain that sentence. And so she showed me this video, and she's like a straight up fucking crazy person. Like as soon as the video starts, you could like, she has those crazy people eyes.
She cute though.
There goes Slay.
Hey you guys, it's Christina. People have been asking me to share my story on how my
she's taking
eyes
that joke
changed
about
color
people
when
with
I
brown
went
eyes
fully
are full
raw.
of shit to like.
Before I went raw many years ago, when I was hyperglycemic, I used to have eyes that were a very dark cafe brown color. And here I sit 8 years later, my eyes are almost a completely different color. They've actually changed to a hazel color with almost a honey lining around my iris, and they're actually starting to turn blue. I know this sounds very weird to many people, but it sparked my curiosity when I went raw to know that my eyes were changing color. Why would this be? So I actually went to an iridologist.
Dude, I am cracking up at how she just says,
not just
I decided to go
in
raw.
my eye, but
Yeah,
also within my body.
She says it a lot.
What I ended up learning was this, is that our eyes, the color of our eyes, You can
I
actually
don't know
not
how
only see your soul
someone
with your
hasn't
eyes, but
spoken to the people in
the
this community and
clearness
tell them
the
they can't just
clarity
take
in your
this
eyes actually reflects
phrase and
in your body.
try and co-opt it because it's not gonna work.
Oh, have y'all heard of Yada?
What's yada?
He's the king of the hotels. Let me get this. Let me shoot you this video.
Don't want to watch any video on Hotep niggas, man. I'm straight.
No. You crack up without in the first 5 seconds.
Get off that European doctrine. When you dealing with a spiritual, when you dealing with your vibrations, when you uplifting your frequencies, you don't deal with philosophy. Philosophy was written by men that enslaved your people. I'm not dealing with racism. I'm not dealing with hate because I can't hate. The same people that told you about you're supposed to have a menstrual cycle. First, European doctrine was written off European women. Their philosophy when it came to the menstrual cycle was written off the European woman, not the African. Their ancestors was not running around. They were not running around bleeding all over the place. No, why? Because they ate natural foods. They were at their God state. You might say, Yada, I'm a vegetarian. Vegetarian is nothing but a meat eater without the meat. You still eating starch. God didn't produce starch.
Yo, looking at the fucking preview image, she looks like, no, I'm not fucking with this. Hotep niggas are the weirdest people in the world, man. Like, they weren't loved enough as kids, man. Oh my god. What the fuck is he talking about, Slay?
I like the part where he says, I'm a vegetarian, like he's in Kanye's college skit. I'm a vegetarian.
You're fucking with your frequencies, you're not fucking with philosophy. What does that even mean? See, Hotep niggas are like fucking just the worst, man. I swear. And they be swearing they so woke too. It's like, yo, like, kill yourself, please.
They be so convinced that they're onto some
fucking grand conspiracy that none of us know about
or care about.
And they always like, I'm woke. Like, no, nigga, you sleep as fuck, man. Like, go away. I've never met a Hotep in real life, and I'd like to keep it that way.
Yeah, there's a video of him at the grocery store. And I think he was in the vegetable aisle, and he was saying not to buy cauliflower, I think, because it was white, and nature doesn't make anything that's white.
No, that's blue. Is it blue? That's some color that doesn't naturally occur in nature.
No, he said white. He definitely said white.
So what's worse, man? Hotep niggas or Yakuba niggas, man?
What are Yakuba?
Yakuba niggas. Hold on.
Oh, is it about the dude who created white people?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yo, it's so strange, man. Like,
well, that's the.
I thought they were
4%ers or 5%ers.
Yeah,
I think
5%ers.
Yeah, like this shit is so crazy, man. Like, man.
See, I thought they were all the same.
Oh man.
I think there's
levels to this crazy shit.
I think the two crowds do overlap a little.
They do. I mean, that stupidity tends to overlap anyway, but yeah.
Or they think that white people diverted from black people in Africa and went to go live in caves, and that's why they're white.
Yeah, somebody made white people.
Yeah, that stuff is like crazy fan fiction. Like this dude, he bred out all the evil from black people, and it turned into white people.
Shit is wild as hell.
What's missing from your life to come up with that kind of stuff?
A girl, hugs, parents, a social structure.
You see on Twitter, you see some girls that'll be down with that stuff.
I mean, you can find it, yeah.
I mean, law averages say you would, but it's just
you'll eventually find some chick who believes your stuff. Oh God, I want to tell. Okay, so I actually do know this. I don't know her, but I met this girl who believes in this kind of shit, man. Like, she's a survivalist, so like she believes in like, you know, the end of the world is coming like tomorrow, So like you got to get a bunker and all this shit. She believes in Jakob.
Buggo bad girl.
Yeah, she believes in Jakob and all that shit. She's black. And shit bugs me out every time. I'm just like, what the fuck happened to you? Like, but apparently her boyfriend or ex got her into it. And that was all she wrote.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn shame.
Yeah, it really is.
But how do you go through your life thinking that like white people are distilled evil?
Have you seen some of the atrocities? No, I'm just playing. No, but...
well, when you sit at home and smoke weed and play Xbox all day, you can believe a lot of things.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't think there's a single Xbox game that will make you believe that white people are like evil incarnate.
Well, listen to Xbox Live, you might begin to think that.
They gotta be Fox supporters, man. Like, they be tuning into the Blaze and stuff. That's where they get that stuff from. Wait, not the Blaze. Shit. Yeah, it's probably Xbox Live.
I was shocked to find out there's like this black chick who's high ranking over there at the Blaze. I was like, man,
not. I mean, it's like I said, like 20 podcasts ago, man. Like, you can easily, like, if you are desperate for money, become a conservative Negro. Like, you will make money hand over fist. Like, the more racist your rhetoric is, like, the more money you're gonna make. Like, somebody will scoop you up and put you on TV.
Because you get to say the shit that they can't.
Yeah, it's like, if you can advertise yourself and get some marketing behind you, you can make money being, Uncle Tom.
I'm still mad they got rid of Michelle Mencken.
She was crazy. No Filipino likes her, man.
She got into it with Bill O'Reilly and ain't been seen since on Fox News.
She didn't toe the line, man. They were like, what the fuck? You got to stick to the program. You got to stick to the script 24/7, man. Like once you get your clout up, like and culture, then you can like be black in your personal life and front on TV. But until then, you gotta be black 24/7. You can't fake this shit.
Oh, you heard what they did to Megyn Kelly?
What's that?
They kicked her out for. They kicked her out for all the election. They kicked her out of the election coverage.
Oh, they're just because they Trump out of Fox.
No, they announced that she won't be on any of the upcoming debates or election coverage. She says it just so happens she scheduled a trip for Disney World, but everybody's saying that Trump Murdoch had a pull because he's going to get behind Trump.
I really don't like her either, but like people be like, "Oh man, she's one of the better ones." I'm like, no, she's not.
No, she's not. She's one of the worst.
What had me laughing was when she was all about social programs are the devil, and then she got pregnant and got pregnancy leave, and then came back saying how important it was. Yeah. Like, oh, now that you got a taste of some fucking support, now you understand how important it is.
Yeah.
And her ass like, fuck, you make enough money that you could go without a paycheck for 9 months even.
She really could. But most Americans live check to check, so I mean, the bitch is probably like one check away from being broke as shit.
That was so wild.
Yeah.
Like she spent time with average Americans.
Like
she was so fucking like self-righteous about it too when she came
back.
She
was. Like I can't say anything about her, man. Like that one thing when she was like, she just had to remind everybody that Santa Claus is white. Like that meant
don't worry, kids.
Santa Claus is white. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, every voice deserves to be heard. Nah. Like, no, not all the time.
What? There's only one type of voice being heard on this station.
It really is. And it's like there are more than like people like to say, there are more than one side to the truth. And like, fuck, Fox doesn't even deal in like in fiction. They just deal in like flat out like reality warping bullshit, man. It's crazy. Like the bubble is so fucking big on Fox News, it's ridiculous.
But that money must be good.
I guess, man. At some point, it's just so worth that kind of money.
And newspapers are going away. There's only one form of journalism really left.
Yeah. Video games.
Speaking of video games,
it's all about the ethics in video game journalism, fam.
Did you guys hear about the whole Cliffy B, Olivia Munn thing?
Yeah, Cliffy B's is like, he's like 2 seconds from being a Gamergate bitch anyway, so I mean.
He seems to have that weird thing where he has a thing for the chick, but he expresses it by like disdaining the chick.
Basically, elementary school tactics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so what happened was Cliffy B, who's a well-known video game developer.
I wouldn't
personality.
say developer.
He's a video game personality.
A rap historian.
And it was like 4 a.m, and he tweets out that Olivia Munn is like a terrible person appropriating nerd culture.
Yeah, that shit had me irate as fuck, man. Like nerds, some kind of fucking marginalized minority. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Like, I don't even like Olivia Munn. She could go away and I wouldn't care. But this was so like gross on his part to make it seem like she was like taking advantage of these poor nerds.
The people have like an irrational hate of Olivia Munn, like, and it always like every time you ask them why, like it always stems back to G4 and oh, she's not a real nerd, she's a fake nerd. It's just like, oh my god,
who remembers G4 anymore?
Like, why do you care? Like, G4 was like fucking 20 years ago. Like, damn.
I mean, even Adam Sessler is giving up on G4.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, Olivia Munn hasn't had shit to do with gaming in like 6 years.
Yeah, it's like
she's got her acting career like on the front burner.
She went to the Daily Show, then she did a couple of sitcoms. Yeah, that's really the closest she's been to that, segment of culture in a long time.
Yeah. And it's like, who else? I mean, I thought the casting was adequate. It's like, who else the fuck was gonna play her anyway?
Yeah, it's not like, Fox is really gonna do anything with her.
And when I put this up, I'm not going to put any mention of Gamergate because those people are fucking
No,
crazy.
Yeah, we don't want no problems.
You ain't trying to get fucked by Gamergate, fam. They'll find out where your mom lives and everything.
Fucking 1080p blast processing multiplayer fuckheads.
Those dudes have absolutely no chill. Like, fuck.
Jay Will from the Twitter chat, he used the hashtag Gamergate when he was talking shit about Gamergate, and his mentions blew up for like 24 hours straight. It was like some off the cuff nothing comment, and they were just like, "What do you mean? How are we bad? What are we doing?" Like, just really creepy fucking like.
I honestly wanted to tweet them and be like, "Yo, Gamergate,
don't do it,
shit," but
I
value my sanity.
Yeah, it's gonna
create a dummy account.
I'm about to do that, honestly, and just be like,
that's not a terrible idea.
Or just say some really fucked up shit about them. That's always true.
That and Sanders, talk about Sanders on the internet.
They'll bring your house down with that shit, man. Bernie Sanders fans are just crazy as shit. Like, I don't even understand. Like, I've never seen a politician get such crazy ass fucking supporters in my life.
Did you see that Reddit post where that guy was crying?
No.
He was crying because his financial plan was that Bernie Sanders was going to get into office and get rid of his student loan debt. And then, like, when Hillary whooped his ass, like, recently, he's like, I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen, and now no, I'm thinking about killing myself. I know that's recently, fucked up to laugh about, but
she's whooping his ass right now.
No, it's over.
In Arizona, at least, it's got 2 more
No,
states.
it's over, man. Like,
well, yeah, it's over, but
Bernie Sanders supporters just accept that shit instead of this whole he can still come back. Like, he's not going to.
Yeah, they either they say Hillary's going to jail or Bernie's going to convince all the superdelegates to swing his way.
Yeah, he's going to pull an Obama.
What I want Bernie Sanders supporters to understand about him losing to Hillary is that it was due in large part of how shitty his supporters were.
Really, that in his campaign, man. Like, who's ever running his campaign should never be able to run a campaign ever again. Like some amateur hour mistakes.
One of his top dudes. Do you know what he did before he ran Sanders' campaign? Guess. That? You'll never guess.
Manager at GameStop.
Oh damn, you were close, but no, he owned he owned a comic book store.
Still same difference, man. Really.
Yeah. Damn, you were close.
Like, how the fuck do you go from owning a comic book store to being the fucking? How the hell does that work?
Evidently, he's been a long-time family friend of Sanders.
Oh, he gave his friends and family a job. He fucked up,
bro. That is a new level of fucking privilege right there, yo.
Yeah. Nah, when you running for anything, you bring in some hitters, some cold-blooded hitters.
Seriously, like, you don't leave that to the fucking comic book shop owner. Like, oh, well, you know, Dave shipped a lot of those Marvel books. He can definitely push. He can sell my name to people.
See, now this got me questioning Sanders' decision-making skills.
Right? Exactly. Like
Weaver, his something Weaver. That's the guy's name. Yeah, he owned it was. To be fair, it was one of the biggest comic book stores in Vermont.
That doesn't tell me. That don't mean
shit.
The
biggest one in Vermont.
Oh, that changes everything. Bernie for president.
I didn't know he owned that one.
I thought he owned one of those loco stores, you know? Dude, that is fucking stupid as shit, though. I mean, like Morris just said, man, I don't trust his decision-making skills anymore.
That completely made you reevaluate the whole man.
It really did, man. Like Hillary for president.
I was the only one of the three of us here who was hopeful, who would have preferred Sanders win the nomination, and now I don't even know anymore.
Oh, and the other dude, he does something in advertisement, so he gets money for like when Bernie buys ads. He's made over $1 million from Bernie's campaign.
I can't hate that though. I mean, I would
take no losses.
Yeah, I would like to do that in my life. But that comic book shop dude though, nah, man, that is some bullshit. But it explains so much about how his campaign is doing right now, though. Like, at least he made Feel the Burn catch on.
Yeah.
Which was
more than Ron Paul did. Ron Paul didn't even have a model.
I'm pretty sure it was some variant of Make America Great Again. You know, Ron Paul, take it back to the good old days. I don't know.
He said something so on point. Then I remember that him and his dad got some serious white supremacy ties.
Honestly, if you're an old white dude in fucking politics and you're Republican, I automatically assume you got some white supremacy ties. Like, I just see them like his grandfather's probably racist. His grandfather's probably in KKK. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I've got all of 2 friends on Facebook who are like hardcore Republicans. Like, I like to troll the fuck out of them every chance I get. So what I do a lot of times is like I'll get some like an article that's about how Republicans are like the worst, and I'll paste it on Facebook. But I've made it so that only they can read it. It's like, you know, I go into the settings so that only they can see it. Just so I can debate with them without the rest of my friends seeing the fuckery that I'm up to. Like, this motherfucker's petty as shit. But like, so there's this one article that was just like one of my friends. He's not really a friend. None of them are, but he's a Trump supporter. And so it was talking about basically how basically Trump is really racist, you know, because like he's always on Facebook saying Trump isn't racist. You know, he's just saying it like it is. And so like it was this article just about how Trump is racist, and like basically it was just like fact checking all the racist shit he said and done. And so I linked it, and he saw it at some point and he responded, and he's like basically just like 3 words: liberal media bias. Like, I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. And so like I started talking to him about it. He's like, why don't you support why aren't you conservative? And I was like, I have a sister who is lesbian and she's dating a Mexican. So I was like, those are 2 good reasons why I'm not. I was like, number 2, I was just like Republican base altogether. I was like, you guys just don't really like anybody who's not white. And so he was like, but I like you. And and I was like, oh, I'm good. Good to know that, you are the Republican base now. That's pretty awesome. But like, we got into it a few times just over like miscellaneous things. And it always cracks me up because like, I never get tired of trolling them. It's like some kind of joy that I get. Like, there's other chick who just hates Beyonce because she thinks Beyonce is the most racist person in the world. And I get, again, I always post like pictures of Beyonce just to see what she'll say. And it annoys her to knowing that I like Beyonce. And the thing is, I actually don't like Beyonce. But
that's
I know
really fucking petty, Angelus.
I know it is. It definitely is, but I enjoy it, man. It brings me joy. That's all that matters. I mean, Republicans are evil, man. It's scum of the earth, or at least America, as far as I'm concerned.
Like, clinically evil.
They really are, man. Like, they be doing some really fucked up shit. Like Bobby Jindal up in Louisiana. Pure fuckery. Pure evil.
He fucked that state up for the next, 10 years. And the dude in Kansas, Brownback.
It's racist.
That's his name.
Dude, man. But the thing with Bobby Jindal that cracks me up is like, even though outside looking in, it's very fucking evil, what he really did was like the Republican platform of fiscal conservatism. Like, that's literally how it works. It's called the Starve the Beast method. And he did exactly what, Republicans always say is the best for this country. Cut taxes for the top percent so that the money that they make can trickle down.
Don't work like that.
It doesn't. Like, if I'm a business person, right, and you're giving me a tax break, why the fuck would I trickle that down when I can just save that shit and spend it on myself?
Trickle down economics makes perfect sense if you don't spend a second to think about it.
It really, dude, I don't know. I just remember this one time when they were showing like a clip from Fox News of like, I can't remember what the clip was, but the guy, like the anchor, he was like, he doesn't even support trickle down economics. What the hell? And like the way he said it, like so seriously, I was just like, just the name itself just sounds stupid as shit. Like, I wouldn't support it based on the name, man.
Yeah, my state is about to royally fuck itself.
Oh, Atlanta with the whole, Georgia with the whole sports thing and gay rights.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are about to lose a lot of fucking income.
Yeah, all that Hollywood money.
What's going down in Georgia?
They passed one of those religious freedoms, where you can discriminate if you feel like it.
Oh, okay.
And think about it, Georgia, like the economy has really came back because a lot of Hollywood and technology places are coming to Georgia for the tax breaks, and a lot of those Hollywood and other places are really against the kind of laws. The NFL even came out. Was it the NFL that said you pass this law, you're not getting a Super Bowl?
Yeah, NFL, I think MLB, NHL. Yeah, I think all of them except for NCAA.
Yeah, and the Braves are building a brand new stadium.
Yeah, they're like, if you continue with this law, we're all pulling out. And it's like, that's a lot of money you're losing. It's like, what's more important, your right to discriminate and be a bunch of fuckboys, or money?
Will be interesting to see, because right now the Republicans, they have two minds: the fundamentalists and the people worried about money. Usually, the people that worry about money are the ones in charge, but no, they got the crazies running now.
There's been a real big increase in TV shows created and filmed out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Walking Dead.
Everything Tyler Perry.
Yeah, he's got a huge studio just outside of Atlanta.
Yeah. Still a fuckboy, but yeah.
There's some animated shows too that do most of the production out there for the tax breaks.
Yeah.
The dudes who make Killing Floor Game, they're outside of Atlanta. That shot the hell out of me when I loaded up the game and they had that Georgia Peace sign on there.
Isn't Isn't season 3 of Rick and Morty being done out there too?
Probably. William Street's got aren't they in Atlanta? Yeah, William Street is in Atlanta.
I think Archer gets produced out there too.
Yeah, like Atlanta's taking over, man. I would love to move out there, to be honest.
Yeah, it's why it's cheap.
Yeah.
And plus, the music scene.
Yeah.
Bieber spends a lot of time in Atlanta.
Who?
Bieber.
Oh fuck! I don't want to live there no more. Fucking can't stand Justin Bieber, man. Like, I seriously
man.
Dude, man, I hope he gets hit by a car and just like gets paralyzed. I can't stand a little fuck shit, man.
That's far.
Jermaine Dupri.
Jermaine Dupri still makes money, which kills me.
Yeah,
makes money doing what? DJing?
No, isn't he like the fucking? He's like high ranking in Def Jam now.
Yeah, he's pretty high up there.
Yeah, but he came from money though, man. Like his dad was like.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, his dad was like some corporate dude for one of the music record companies.
I think, and Taylor Swift, I think she records some in Atlanta.
Yeah, makes sense. She's a pop artist. She doesn't need to go to Tennessee anymore.
Yep, she's always been a pop artist, but she snuck in through the country shit because she came straight pop. She would have got
rolled over.
She would have got smoked. Yeah.
Yeah, her and Justin Bieber can go kick rocks, man. Seriously, I just can't stand Justin Bieber, man, so much. That kid is
What's wrong with Justin Bieber?
Dude, it's how he's treated more so than him himself. It's like,
you mean all the chances he gets?
Yeah, like this motherfucker. Like I'm almost positive Justin Bieber can shoot somebody on camera, right? And he'll be forgiven. And it's just like I don't know, man.
No,
I just can't.
You being irrational.
Am I really though, Slay?
No, you being irrational. Maybe when he first was.
He's changed, man.
Now. Did he? Yeah, he was basically like, as my friends would say, Justin Bieber, he blamed all his woes and issues on his black friends and was like, hey guys, I'm still white, remember that. That's why I can't stand him.
Well, he is still white.
Yeah, he is. But he still likes to hang out with black people though and act like he's one of us.
Yeah. Did y'all hear about Carrie Wilson?
The singer?
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I forgot all about her, man. What happened to her?
Everybody is. She ran afoul of the Beehive.
She what?
She ran afoul of the Beehive. Beyonce is
stupid anyway. She does dumb things like that all the time.
No, but she said she wasn't getting really support for a new album or anything.
She has a new album?
Working on one, allegedly.
Yeah.
And the Beehive just started going in on her.
I mean,
I swear, there's nothing sadder than a washed-up R&B artist. like fucking Sierra too. Even though she got like with Russell Wilson, her life is supposedly together now. She's just, man. She wishes she was Beyonce.
People are so bitter over Sierra though on some like crazy ass shit. Like I was on Twitter a couple of days ago and like. I don't know why people were retweeting this and agreeing with it because it was basically some nice guy fuckboy shit. But they were like basically Sierra and Russell Wilson and Future. He's like basically what it is she wanted the bad boy who he couldn't take care of her, so she got pregnant and then she got the good guy at the end. I was like, this is some nice guy fuckboy shit. Like this is the kind of shit you see like on video game forms of like, how come she doesn't like me, man?
or like bad comments or something.
Yeah, it's just like damn, like she tried it with Future, shit didn't work, and she met Russell Wilson, and it worked. Like congratulations, like that's all to it, no more, no less. She still makes shit music. That's not going to change. Her career
can always count on that.
Yeah, her career is done. Like that shit will never come back. But she tries a lot too, and I'm like, who's financing this girl?
She got into a Rihanna.
Yeah, that's a good way to make sure your career doesn't ever come back. Like that's two groups you don't fuck with, man. You don't fuck with Rihanna's people and fucking Beyonce's followers, man. Like,
and
Well, the thing about Rihanna, she'll come after your person.
That too, yeah. Like Rihanna doesn't care, man. She'll call you out herself.
You see the tweet she sent to her?
No.
Well, Sierra was acting like that older brother in Napoleon Dynamite, reminiscing about high school football, saying how she could outperform Rihanna. And then Rihanna said, "Good luck booking that stage you speak of."
Damn.
Yep, and that was it.
Damn.
Because there's no coming back from people not wanting to see you.
Yeah. Damn.
Speaking of pop stars, Azealia Banks left Twitter, but she was still on Instagram harassing Rihanna.
Dude, man, that girl, she needs help.
Yeah. If you're an artist and you're more known for your crazy tweets, then you got a serious problem.
Speaking of Azalea, Iggy Azalea, she's got a new single out, Teen. Just like her other classics, Fancy and I don't know the other one. It's basically
the one with Jennifer Hudson.
No, I don't even know that was a thing. It's like 5 months after it came out. No, the one with Rita Ora.
Oh yeah,
Black Widow. There you go. So like, just like those two songs, it's basically got some chick on the hook singing, the hook, and her forgettable raps. So it'll probably do very well. The song itself sucks. And it's like, I wish that you had a team who told you not to release this shit, but she's trying to get her money, man. She's getting married.
She always does that where she gets somebody more talented to do the hook.
Yeah.
While she lay down some whack raps.
Yeah. That's her thing.
It's working.
Is it?
No,
so far.
No.
Is it?
Her album company didn't want to make a video for that first song she put out. That first single she did.
What's that?
And T.I. done washed his hands of her.
Yeah, I don't think
didn't she have to cancel one of her tours because of attendance?
She canceled the whole tour.
Well, she said that it's for she wanted to make sure it was perfect and she didn't feel like it was good enough, so she canceled it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the case. I'm sure the record company was like, "Oh yeah, sure, let's just waste these pre-sale tickets."
I mean, it's just weird though because it's like she got a world tour off her fucking first album. Like nobody does that. Like you don't get that off of your first album. I'm sorry, like that's something you got to build up. But like the thing that was funny was that on that,
let's be honest, she got world tour off of Fancy.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be the weirdest concert ever. She just repeats that song like 8 times. Like fuck.
Yeah,
but
you gotta perform. Like the length of a tour performance is longer than her album.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like nobody does a fucking world tour on their first fucking album. Like,
you know what's hilarious? Charlie, the chick who does the hook on Fancy,
Charlie XCX.
She did a version of the whole song with just her, and it's better than with Iggy. And she spun off and created her own record company, developing artists.
I mean, she was a better talent than Iggy on that song, so it's not surprising. Like, because there's a version of Fancy without Charlie on it, and it sounds horrible. It's so bad. Well, because she originally made the song, like the original version that came out, and like she wrote her own hook and everything like that, and it was crap. And then like one of her, I guess, managers got in contact with Charlie's manager, and like, hey, can you sing on the hook? And she was like, yeah, sure. And boom, blew up.
Oh, she did that song with Britney Spears, and Britney Spears didn't want to perform it with her live. She was mad about that.
Bro, Britney Spears threw shit at that chick though. That shit was funny as fuck. I was like, yeah, you know something's wrong when you're getting clapped by Britney Spears on Twitter, man. You need to seriously reevaluate your life when Britney Spears is hopping on Twitter to fucking clap you, yo. Like, what is going on? What did I do wrong in life?
Britney Spears got a permanent show in Las Vegas. She don't need no charity cases.
Bro, when I saw her clap at that girl, I was like, damn. You got Britney Spears taking shots at you after you made a song together? Jesus Christ.
I might just cut all this Iggy talk out.
I mean, you should. But no, like, I was hoping that Dreams was here so I can talk about this with him as well. But like, I was out earlier today, and these group of kids. Well, they're not really kids. They're like in their 20s, like their early 20s, maybe late teens. But like, it's like 2 dudes and 3 girls, and like the guys are basically saying, you know, that. Well, one of them was that like they're all black, but one of them was the girl asked one of the guys, you know, why does he date non-black girls? And he was like, the reason why I date non-black girls is because black women don't really give a damn about romanticism. You know, he's like, they don't care about romanticism. He's like, black chicks. He's like, y'all want like really stupid shit out of your men. He's like, you want them to be like these emotionless hood niggas, but at the same time, you want them to be sweet. And I was like, oh my God, like this dude is like literally trying to like curse this girl out in front of him. And the thing that made it really weird to me was that I think they were a couple. Because like she was kissing on him, so I was like, "Wait a minute, what is going on? Like, did he just said what? That? Yeah, it was really weird. I was like, he just said that you're basically that black women ain't shit, and here you are kissing on him." But what made it really weird for me was that the 2 girls, one of them was like, "Yeah, I kind of agree with that." She's like, "I really don't." She's like, "I really don't like sensitive black men." She's like, she said that she had dated like other ethnic groups, and she's like, she's fine with them being, you know, nice and sweet and sensitive, but she's like, with black guys, she doesn't really like that. And so I was listening to them say this, and I was like, this would be an amazing thing to talk about on the podcast. And I was like sitting there thinking, I was like, I wonder how true that is. So I started thinking back to the girls that I've dated, and I was like, I don't think I've ever run into a black chick who did not appreciate a romantic gesture. And I started thinking maybe it's like a generational thing, even though we're in the same fucking generation. But maybe it's like a younger generational thing versus the older end of the spectrum. It's like I don't know, but like I've heard that sentiment quite a bit. It's just
I've heard it before too, yeah, and I'm not really in that circle.
Yeah, so it's like I just never understood why that was such. Well, I have my theories as to why it is a thing. And most of my theories basically stem back to, I think we touched on it briefly in the last podcast, but basically the internalization of what it means to be a black male and a black female, you know, like how we view each other and like what we think is a man or a woman in those situations. So it's like, because when the girl said, I agree with that, and then she started talking about the non-black guys that she's dated, that's when I really reaffirm my what I was thinking, because it's like this is how I saw it anyway. It was like, you know, like black women and black men, like we're basically coached by life and society itself to act a certain way. You know, that's what defines us as men and women, you know, the hypermasculinity thing. And it's like, to a degree, you know, both black men and black women, they internalize it. So for, you know, black women, when they internalize it, it's like if a guy is like, you know, sweet or, you know, kind, romantic, you know, basically not the stereotype in the ways that he should be or he should be perceived to be, it's seen as a weakness. Whereas like you know, like if like an Asian dude or a white dude or a Hispanic dude or a Middle Eastern dude does those same things, they don't have those preconceived notions of those internalized preconceived notions of what they should be doing to be considered a man. So like them being kind, them being emotional, and like being romantic, it's okay. And like I was thinking about it, and I'm just like, wow, that's crazy that, you know, people. Like I've never thought about it myself, but I started thinking about it. I was like, it's kind of crazy that, you know, this is a thought process and like people think this, and worse is that a lot of them believe it. And like I was talking about with a friend of mine as well, my friend Mark. Shit, you should edit that. It's habit. But no, I was talking with one of my friends, and like he was like, yeah, he's like to a degree, I agree with that. He's like, because like he's like, he doesn't really get romantic with women. He's like, for him, it's basically that first night. If she's not trying to smash, then he doesn't really care about them that much, and he goes on to the next. And he's like, I don't have time like to be romantic with them. He's like, that comes after smashing. He's like, basically, if he smashes, yeah, he's like, if he smashes, one or two things is gonna happen. He's like, he'll smash, and then like they'll hang out, and he's like, oh, she's got a cool personality, you know, I'll mess with her. Or he's like, he smashes and he's like, he doesn't like their personality, so he doesn't hang out with her, so he doesn't date them. He's like, so once he's already got to that point, he's like, then he might start doing small romantic gestures, but he's like, she should not expect him to be like, you know, surprising him at work with things and like, you know, presents or sending her a text message just saying, I thought about you, things like that. And like we were talking and I'm like, you know, I've talked, like, I know some of the girls that he's talked to and he's been with, and I'm like, I would have never pegged them as the kind who, you know, did not want that romanticism. And so I was thinking about my own. I was like, well, me personally, you know, every chick that I've been with, you know, it's always been me being a romantic and things like that. And I was just like, it's really crazy because like I've never met a chick who was not receptive to it. That, or maybe the chicks who are not receptive to it just don't really fuck with me, and I just never noticed that. But yeah, I thought it was a really interesting conversation that the kids were having, and unfortunately, Dreams is not here to lend his Kenny G voice to it. But I mean, just wanted to see what everybody else thought about it.
I don't really have a whole lot of experience in this area.
Slay.
Oh, I kind of tuned out there for a minute.
Black people, yo, I swear to God.
You sounded about right.
Oh God, Slay, I hate you.
It sounds like you're driving in a car.
Sounds like you're in a fucking wind tunnel. What are you doing, Slay?
Nothing. Oh, that might be the fan behind me.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is the fan blowing directly on your face? But yeah, I don't have a lot of knowledge on it myself. Like, I've never noticed the difference between a black chick versus like a non-black chick when it comes to being receptive of, you know, romanticism or basically viewing black men as how they should be perceived. I mean, mostly I date educated women anyway, so it's like
I think that has a big part.
Yeah, so it's like I'm not gonna ever date some chick who doesn't believe in that kind of shit.
Most of those people that talk like that, you're gonna run into confirmation bias. They're gonna look for that kind of stuff anyway.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, I don't know. Like, all the conversation that they were having was really funny because like they went into another tangent. They were like, the black chick was like, you know, if you're a black guy and you don't date, or you know, she said if you're a black guy who dates non-black women, then you're not pro-black. Because she's like, in order to be pro-black, you have to be pro-black woman. And I like the other dudes was just like, I guess I'm not pro-black. And I was just like, damn, it's very binary, yo. Like, that's crazy.
No shades of gray.
Yeah, no shades of gray at all. Like, on some hand, I can understand why a black woman would say that. I mean, they are the least represented and least desired of all the groups in the world. So I guess I can understand, like, if you see a black guy with a, you know, a non-black woman, how you could feel that way. But at the same time, it's like, I see black women all the time who date non-black guys, and it's like, they still claim to be pro-black. So it's like, are you pro-black because you're not, like, are you pro-black despite the fact you're not dating a black person? So it's like, it's kind of weird.
My girlfriend was in a class where one of her classmates, they were talking about education in the black community. It was a black girl. And she was saying how difficult it was for her to date because she's in college, and she's like, all right, so right off the bat, black women outnumber black men on campus like 2-1.
Yeah. Like
at the very least.
Yeah.
It's like, so they're not really around for there to be any sort of dating to happen. And so she's like, so the guys I am around who aren't black, my family doesn't really want me to date them because they're not black. It's like, so she's in this predicament where she wants to date someone, but she's so restricted socially. Yeah. And then like the black dudes who are on campus are such a small group. And then some of them have these preconceived notions of how black women are.
Yeah.
And so now she gets cut off from that group, like by a significant number. So now she's in this position where if she dates a non-black dude, there are some black men who will look at her sideways for this. regardless of what they're doing. So she was just saying how these combination of factors has like sidetracked her dating life. Like she's damned if she does, and she's damned if she doesn't.
Yeah. Like, yeah, like, I definitely can understand her, what she's going through. Like for instance, like my parents in the military, it's like when we were in the military, like there wasn't a huge dearth of, black women to choose from. Fortunately, I got to college, there was, but even then it's like, I always dated females based less on physicality and more on personality and like things like that and intelligence. And so it's like finding a female, like a black chick who had like the same interests as me was like hard as shit. And so it's like when I was in college, my girlfriend, she was Hispanic, and I got like, dude, man, I got so much shit from black chicks because of it, man. Like that shit made me feel like I felt like shit for a very long time. Like there was a point where I was like, I don't really fucking feel like going out, man, because like UCF has like this big AKA chapter, and like a lot of the girls I know are in AKA, and it's like, it's like, all right, so like they look great, yeah, but it's like we have nothing in common personality wise. So it's like I get bored real fast. Like if the chick and I don't click like that intellectually, I get bored, and it's like nothing, no matter what the fuck you're wearing or not wearing, it's not going to change that, So it's like. So naturally, I started gravitating towards chicks who had the same interests as me, and a lot of them just weren't, black. And so, I used to get every once in a while, I used to get told I was a sellout, and I was just like, okay, that's a thing. But it's like after a while, you got to stop giving a fuck about what other people think and just do you. But like it can be hard because it's like, it's like you might want to like really, date within your group, but it's like if you can't find anybody in your group who is compatible with you, what are you gonna fucking do? Be alone forever? So it's just like, so you branch out, and it's doubly hard for women because, as you said, like women outnumber men like 2 to 1, and even in the professional world, it's the exact same way. And so like I imagine for like a lot of women, especially the ones who value like intelligence and like things like that over more so than looks, like she's going to have a really hard time finding, a guy. And then, so she's going to venture outwards to, other groups, and like, she's going to get shade from both black women and black men. She's going to get shade from the black women because it's like, unfortunately, like nobody goes to bat for black men like black women. Like they go to bat for black men over everything. If a black dude gets shot, guarantee it, you're going to see like 800 black women like fucking fighting for it, And so when I guess for like some black women, when they see a black woman with a non-black guy, they see that as a sellout or things like that. And like me, like I fall somewhere in the middle of this because it's like if you're dating that person because you genuinely like them, then that's cool. But like if you're dating them because you're saying, it's like, oh, I couldn't, like black guys are all X, or they ain't shit, or black women ain't this or this. That's where I'm kind of like, all right, you're a fuck boy or fuck girl at that point. Like you shouldn't be like, don't date because, you made a generalization that every guy from your own group is like X or Y. But like if you're dating because you couldn't find anybody, okay, then yeah, that's different. But like me, like right now, right, like there's this girl, she's in my apartment complex. Like we talk every once in a while. Like I've never dated a white girl before in my life ever, but like she's this white girl and like she's really cool. Like we got a lot in common. Yeah, man.
That woke Slavin up.
Slavin got real excited. She's not Asian, Slave, but
shoot. I thought you was down with the Beckies.
Nah, man. I've never dated a white girl ever. Like, but like this girl, she's like really, really cool. Like we've got a lot in common. Like she reads a lot of the same books that I read. She's big into art and things like that.
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
This guy. Go back to not paying attention at all. Because I could clown you on your accent, but I'm gonna chill tonight. I'm happy.
I think, like you were saying, it's just a matter of people coming to the realization that it doesn't really matter. Yeah, and there's no age where that happens. Like really everyone's gonna hit that at a different time.
Yeah, I mean, like for instance, like if I can find like honestly, if I ever found a black chick who like we've got the same like things in common, like like I'd click my heels. I'd probably fuck it up at some point. I know for sure that I would probably fuck it up at some point. I have a tendency to do that. Like, I will sabotage the fuck out of myself. But like, I haven't found it yet, so I'm safe for right now.
Get on that Bay app.
I just think black people mixing their racial identity with too much at the point that it almost drives you crazy at times.
Yeah. And that's
how you get Hotep.
It really is. I mean, it's that, and it's like we put so much into like the idea of what it means to be black that it's really to our own detriment. You know what I mean? Like they're like for instance, you know, like if you're a white dude, like you can have mental illnesses and nobody's like really going to like judge you for it. If you're black, don't you ever tell any other person that you've got like you fight depression. Like that will fuck your social life up. Like black people do not do mental illness, like they just don't, It's like if you're a black dude and you're talking to a girl, don't you ever tell her that you fight depression. Because to her, all you basically said was, I'm a little crazy. And she's going to dip out so quick. And same thing in reverse. Like if you're a black chick who battles depression, don't tell a black dude, yo, man, like, I battle depression, things like that, or I've got ADD or things like that. I think I'm like, this bitch is crazy. I'm gone.
That's just an excuse.
Yeah. Like I'm gone preemptively. Like if you meet somebody who like for real, like my mom told me that she's like this guy that was talking to her, he told her that he battled depression. He had to battle it for a very long time. She was like, no. She was like, no. I was like, man, if I ever met a chick who battled depression, like I'd be understanding. I battle it too, and like, look at that, we've got that in common. Heyo, just don't go crazy, and we're straight.
Don't like the majority of people have, well, at least America have some form of depression.
Yeah, black women have a lot of black women have depression, but they can't really talk about it or show it. It's like they did a study on it. Like black women deal with depression more than almost any other group in America, but again, they can't really deal with it or talk about it because of the stigma that's associated with it in the black community. It's like people with depression are crazy, or worse, they tell you some absolute pointless stuff, pray or it'll get better, like basically empty statements that do nothing. And
Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah, basically that's what it is.
The son on Empire who's bipolar, and he's just like fucking insane out of his mind. Like he does not.
Yeah, he's not bipolar. Yeah, that's just straight schizophrenia.
Yeah, that's
not even schizophrenia, just crazy.
And it's like,
no,
go ahead.
Quick sideways. Tyler Perry's putting out a horror movie this October.
Why?
Have you seen that Chris Rock movie Top 5?
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a joke in there about a Tyler Perry horror movie, and that's what gave Tyler Perry the idea.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is why we can't have nice things, joke. Man. Like, you make a few $100 million off your movies, you can do anything. Fuck. Limitations, man. Fucking limitations.
Wait, is it a Medea Halloween movie?
Yeah. Medea, Booze, Medea's Halloween or something like that.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, is it going to be a comedy still?
Yeah, I guess so. Because from the descriptions, he's going to be like fighting zombies and stuff while protecting some kids.
Tyler Perry just loves putting on that dress.
Last I heard, he was going to hang it up, but I guess not.
And leave all that money on the table? Oh, shit.
What's crazy is that it has Bella Thorne in it, Zendaya's buddy, but she's doing Tyler Perry movies now, and Zendaya's about to get that Marvel money. It's weird how career paths deviate from each other.
Is it Marvel money or Sony money?
Well, Marvel's involved with the movie, so
okay.
Yeah,
I figured if you're a white person in a Tyler Perry movie, then your career is like flatline. I'm not trying to be racist, but
I'm not trying to be racist.
Because last time I saw it, Last time that happened, they had God, what's her name? Charlie Sheen's ex-wife in there,
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
and the dude from the
You said
American
Charlie
Pie
Sheen?
movies. Yeah,
Was in a black. It was in a Tyler Perry
no,
movie?
Charlie Sheen's wife.
Oh, I was about to
Charlie
say,
Sheen's ex-wife.
damn. Don't do coke, man.
Well, he was in a black movie. He was in with Chris Tucker.
I'm trying to think, but nothing's coming.
Man, I just hope these actors in these Tyler Perry movies
Save their money.
get an opportunity because of this. Because this isn't the opportunity.
Yeah, Chris Tucker and Charlie Sheen and Money Talks. It was pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, that's old as shit though. I'm talking about like recently, man.
No, I don't think Hollywood's fucking with him too much.
I mean, dude did kind of go a little just off the rails with the drugs and kind of just said fuck it. And then Ashton Kutcher, whatever his name is, took over, and apparently he's doing well with the money. Slightly offended at that.
Speaking of movies, did you guys see the Ghostbusters trailer?
Yeah, they laid that tokenism on so fucking thick. I was just like, bro.
Oh yeah, loud black woman.
Yeah, I was like, yo, are y'all serious right now? Like, Jesus.
Everybody a scientist but her.
That's the part that killed me. Everyone in there's like a physicist or some kind of engineer, and she was just someone who knew New York.
Just a
like I know the subway system.
I was like, and somebody wrote that shit and was like, yo, this is perfect. Like, fuck.
Well, you know, in the original movie that when Eddie Murphy was going to play Winston was going to be like an ex-Air Force colonel and have these special forces and all kind of other stuff.
Winston's got 10 degrees. Damn it.
Yeah.
He's just not a scientist.
But Eddie Murphy dropped out. They ripped all that shit out. And he was just some black dude that showed up with an application.
I still like to believe that Winston has those 10 degrees. Thus making him better than everybody else in the crew.
Is that his story in the Ghostbusters that he just showed up and applied?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
you don't remember that? He just they put an ad in. He shows up and they say, "You ready? Can you deal with some weird shit?" And he said, "Sure." That's pretty much it. Then he has that line near the end with the dude who said, "I seen shit that'll turn you white." That's pretty much it. But the Ghostbusters 2.0, which was Evolution, whatchamacallit was much better in it.
In other movie news, well, when we usually do movie topics, it's usually to complain and and to talk about white supremacy. So, did you guys see that Gods of Egypt flopped real hard?
Yes, thank God.
Did it?
Did it? Thank God.
So I got curious, and I went to go check out our favorite white supremacist website, which I won't disclose. And there was one topic on it. It was basically deserted except for this post that came out before it was even released. This dude says, "So far, this is the Trump of movies, panned by critics because they want the film to fail. Yet they promote truly awful pap if it has the right cast, and this one doesn't. It's a mostly white cast set in ancient Egypt, and it's sending these establishment whores into a tailspin. What happened to colorblind casting to race? The butthurt out there around this movie is something else. Is it a great movie? No, it's average, but it has excellent visuals, and it's well-paced and isn't anti-white."
Yeah.
So even white supremacists don't like it.
I know. He's like, it's not anti-white, but it's not very good still.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. That shit looked trash. Even without the fucking crazy fucking color dynamics, this shit just looked like garbage. I was like, I'm not fucking with this.
It looked like something you just find when you just fucking around on Netflix one day.
Bro, it looks like a fucking generic anime. Fucking
like a sci-fi production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always get tripped out on these white supremacists, and then you have to remind yourself that their racism doesn't make sense to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, shouldn't they be just as mad that Hollywood is casting white people as black people and promoting that culture?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's horrible.
Like, I can't wrap my head around it. Like, shouldn't they want this to not, like, Egypt not to be talked about at all?
Dude, it's racism. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that sums it up.
NPR had this article. It was titled, "Can Computer Programs Be Racist and Sexist?"
Ooh, my subject. Yes and no. Depends on who's doing the programming of that said program. Because inherently,
that's basically
that's
basically what they said.
Yeah, inherently they can, because it's just logic. But again, everybody, like, when you're coding, like, your own biases come out in the code, which is hilarious when you say it like that. But I mean, yeah, like, it's like, if that's why I've always been worried about people, like, we should just have like judges and jury be done by computers. It's like, no, we should not. like, because right now most programmers are white, and I'm like, I'm not really comfortable with a bunch of white dudes deciding my fate. So it's like, no, we should not, because
it would be programmed if the defendant comes in with a do-rag, he's fucked.
Yeah,
and then Hulk Hogan would never have gotten his money.
Oh, there would have been a clause in there: if do-rag wearer is white, then innocent, else guilty as fuck. I mean, but I mean,
you remember
no, go ahead.
You remember a couple of years ago there was like this image search program that, like, every time it was shown black people, it searched for like gorillas and stuff.
Yeah, that was mentioned in the article, that this girl had this app that sorted her photos, and she said she noticed that when she looked at photos of her black friends, that they weren't labeled as people, but as a different species that she did not want to share.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and she goes on to say, like Andres was saying, yeah, computers can't be racist on their own, but who built the computer? Who designed the computer? Who trained the computer? And that's really that's the important part. Because if you program it with these biases in mind, then the software is going to be biased. That's just how it's going to work. Oh. And it's not going to ever deviate or learn, because it's a fucking computer program.
The computer's not going to become self-aware and go, holy shit, I'm racist.
Yeah, that shit also happens with Netflix, because I remember, I think I watched Menace to Society,
like,
or Boys in the Hood, one of those two movies. And then immediately after, Netflix was like, you watch this, you're probably interested in this. And it was just like Tyler Perry bullshit. Like, oh, I see the link you've made between these films, but there's nothing alike.
If you watch anything vaguely black, Netflix is going to show you Tyler Perry mess and MLK documentaries.
Yeah, like, we would need to, like, have like a big ass group of, like, blacks, Asians, Hispanics, Middle Easterns, and whites who all code together, and they have to make decisions if this is going to go into the code base or not. Like, it's got to happen like that. Anything else is just asking for some fuckery, man. Like, next thing you know, you got like the RoboCop beating your ass because you're black and you went 1 mile over the limit, while little Johnny's got like a blunt in his hand going 20 over the limit, and the cop lets him go by. Yeah, so I'm just gonna stick with getting my ass beat by a normal cop for the time being.
They're saying how a lot of these searches, there was some search. It was a research project by Harvard, where they're saying how these algorithms oftentimes take into account user feedback and searches.
Yeah,
and that's how they become racist. Because people will look up racist shit, and then it's like, oh, so that's how you see the world? All right, so that's how it is then.
Yeah.
And then they'll spit it back at people, asking even more basic questions.
I wouldn't trust programmers right now to make that shit unbiased as fuck. Like, it's gonna be biased as all the fuck. So I'd rather we just not touch it. Or, I mean, they can go ahead and mess with it. Just let's never take this live. because we would probably notice a sharp increase in the number of black casualties in incarceration, even more so than it currently is.
They said there's some companies use these types of software during their hiring practices to keep them from discriminating.
Little do they know, it actually just helped them discriminate even more.
It just it puts a middleman in between it that they could blame. Like, it wasn't me, it was my racist computer. He was the one deleting your resumes.
It's like, it wasn't me. It looked at your name and it just told me that you weren't going to be good enough.
I was probably going to ask for an entire Black History Month off. I better just delete this resume.
Deshaun. Oh, hell no.
Like, the resume, like, the machine flagged your resume as it just not good enough. Sorry, Daquan, just can't hire you. It's not us, man. It's the computer.
The computer saw that you went to Howard, and it's not having it.
It's just, it thought it said Harvard at first, but then it realized that it was Howard. We're sorry. It's just, you don't fit the culture here.
I think it said that when you Google search a person with an African name, that you're more likely to get an ad for criminal records.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it does, man.
Yeah, everyone's hoping that time will heal all these wounds that racism will go away.
Yeah.
But it's just going to become more efficient. Skynet's going to go live and it's going to be saying some very disparaging things.
Well, the first thing that Skynet utters when it goes live, the niggers have to die.
Like, whoa, what the
fuck? And then it's too late. We can't take it offline. Or
we can't turn it off. All the white engineers just shrug their shoulders and I guess we messed up.
I guess, we're
just going to have to play this hand.
That's what it says.
Ends up.
Like, that's what it says. That's what it says.
You got to do what you got to do.
It's that one white engineer who's got like a black significant other. I don't think this is right. Like, shut the fuck up. It's a damn shame, man. It's a damn shame how humanity goes out. We got to get Dreams back. He brought that.
Yeah, they give us that class.
I wouldn't say class. Did you listen to the last podcast? Dreams is on some shit, man.
Would y'all be offended if I said no?
I know you didn't.
You should listen to the last podcast. You just gotta listen to like the first 30 minutes. Like, Dreams is on some shit, man. We were having a serious discussion about fucking women representation, and this dude pops out of nowhere. That's right, ladies. So you should get out there and suck some dick. Just like, what the fuck, Dreams?
It was so out of character.
It was. You're like, what the fuck, Dreams? What the fuck?
Like, people don't really know you like that yet.
Now they think this motherfucker's drunk as shit. Like, what? This Dreams guy, Jesus Christ, he's the worst one there. Yeah, that smooth Kenny G voice, but he's just spewing this nonsense.
Can't trust him.
You just can't trust these Negroes, I swear. But yeah, I think this is a wrap.
Check out the website, sowellspoken.com.
Yeah.
Remember to subscribe on iTunes.
Yeah.
I think that's it. See you guys next time.
Yeah.